Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And with the setting of one season, a new season begins. Welcome to UPSL Georgia Premier Division Action Fall 2024 season here at Dalton Stadium in Dalton, Georgia. Hello, everybody. My name is Larry Weaver. Alongside me is Andre Bomar, and we are here to bring you the beginning of the fall campaign for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Dre, how we doing today?
Doing fantastic. I've been anticipating this day, the opening day for the season in the Georgia Premier for a long time now. Now it's upon us, and we get the treat of Dalton United, always a great team throughout the seasons, and the new boys, Albion SC, see what they can do against one of the juggernauts of the conference.
Take a look at the schedule for this opening weekend and also the Labor Day weekend. I hope everybody is enjoying this wonderful holiday weekend. You see that North Georgia United is taking on Fountain City FC, the other newcomers to the Premier Division, right across Dalton over at Riverbend Park. Dalton United is taking on the other newcomers, Albion SC, right now. And at 7:30, down in Duluth, it'll be a kickoff, Atlanta City FC and Vento Tinto Atlanta. They are very happy to be back in the Premier Division, Dre.
Yeah, I mean, they were relegated 2 seasons ago, fought hard, won the playoff this past season, and they've earned their right to get back in here. Now it's only to see if they can make progress from there. They've done a great job there, and now we get Dalton.
Christopher Haggerty blows his whistle, and we get underway here at Dalton Stadium. Dalton United are going to get us underway. They're in their white and red kits. They're moving from left to right. And Albion SC, they're in their black kits. They're going to be moving from right to left. Expect a really good fireworks from this Dalton United team. They always give us something beautiful to watch, Dre.
Yeah, I'm going to see, generally they start out very strong as a team, a lot of possession.
And there is a foul right off the bat.
And right away they get an opportunity here, Larry. It's not the thing that Albion wants to give away so close to their own goal. This is well within range here. We'll see who steps up to take this.
Albion FC, they're going to start off the season not the way they want to, because they start this match one man down. They started with 10 players.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a travel situation. I think some of the players are still en route.
Shot taken. Oh, what a beautiful goal right off the
Wow.
bat for Dalton United by number 7, Ezekiel Hernandez. They call him Cholo, and you see right away why Dalton United is so dangerous.
Well, that's what we said earlier. Just when that foul went down, it was in scoring position. And, of course, you know, you give anybody with that type of skill an opportunity, and they're going to convert. Curl, no chance for the goalkeeper.
And just like that, it's 1-0.
Really hadn't had a chance to settle at all. But you can't be surprised about Dalton jumping out. They're going to be heavy favorites in this game against the promoted team here, Albion SC, formerly Atlanta Fire South.
You take a look at the starting 11 for Dalton United. Ezekiel Hernandez, number 7, was the goal scorer.
A lot of experience in that lineup. It can be all the difference in the game today. Here they are again. And like you said earlier, Larry, it doesn't help that Albion started the game with 10 men. They had some players still en route here, and you know that goes down to preparation, I think, or lack thereof.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Dalton United. The back line, a little different than what we saw in seasons past. Here comes a beautiful cross through, low, cleared away by Albion.
Yeah,
Flores was the late minute scratch sub for Saldana. He tried a low cross there.
Yeah, we wondered in the preview show and podcast Center Circle what Dalton would do personnel-wise, and I think for the most part they have their regulars out there, but like you say, there are some changes, particularly in the back line.
You know, we're used to seeing Bittencourt over there on that left back position. He's replaced this season, or at least for this match. Good ball over to number 19, Perez, getting into the box over that challenge, back across, shot, lifted over, shot taken, just pulled. Good build-up of play there by Dalton United.
Yeah, they're going to be looking threatening every time they go forward, and it's something that Albion's going to have to try to cope with. But it's going to be a long day for them if they can't get some more possession and push Dalton back a little bit.
Just given a chance, and he just pulls it wide, but not by much.
Yeah, another person I don't see down there is David Valenciano. Another strong player for them, usually works out of the back, but gets forward a lot.
Zach Perry trying to make his way through the midfield. Another ball over here to Flores. He's working this near line very well so far in these first few minutes. Good work around the defender.
Oh.
Fell, left himself, tried to get it past the keeper. Shot taken, great save by the keeper. Keeper is Carson Oakes, number 1. That was two great saves from Carson, because he's had to come out quickly, and there was nothing he could do on that free kick that led to the goal from Hernandez.
Yeah, that second save was particularly good because I believe he was screened for a lot of that play. Saw the ball late coming through, but still managed to keep it out.
We are in the 6th minute of this match. We have some weather around us. It could result in a lightning delay, possibly. We'll keep an eye on it. See it. If you look, you'll see it over. Good save again by Oakes, but it's just over to the left side of the screen behind the Dalton. One of the things also is we have a new keeper for Dalton United in this match. Dre, we have number 0, John Gerties in goal.
Fresh legs. We'll have to see how he does today. He's not probably the way this game started out. You may not see a lot of action, although we see Albion coming in now.
Good ball across from McCray, number 7. Just didn't get it to another man. It was a good ball. Good cross.
Yeah, just when I say he wouldn't be busy, he got busy.
Ramirez, he goes all the way to the far side. Some name changes in the Dalton United squad, but I'm still seeing the same movement that we're accustomed to seeing from this Dalton United squad.
Yeah, this Dalton United squad just a point away from challenging for the division title last season. Just pipped by Potros. But they're always a contender.
Flores elects to go back to Lopez. He goes all the way back to Ramirez. He's going to slide all the way across to the far side. Shot taken. Oh, my word. What a goal from Dalton United. That was an absolute ripper, and it is 2-0.
Wow, Larry, a shot out of nowhere, long range, nothing the goalkeeper could do. I mean, it's just that well executed. Have to see it again here. Coming in from the left, he just decided to take that right foot and bam.
Just buried it into the center of the goal, and it is 2-0 very, very quickly.
Dalton's quality is showing through early here. Yeah, there's a foul.
I have to double check and see who that was that scored that goal. I want to say it potentially could have been number 19, Andreas Perez. But I have to double check it. We'll have to look at the replay.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it in a minute. But 2 fantastic goals and finishes from Dalton United early on here.
Gary Daniel, the former Seas United player, going back to Colby Harms in that back line. That ball squeaks through that Dalton defense, but tracked down by Flores. 9 minutes we are in this match. First match of the UPSL Georgia Premier Division Fall 2024 season, and Dalton United already out on a 2-0 lead over Albion SC, formerly known as Atlanta Fire. Good battle there between the two sides. Foul committed by Dalton United.
Yeah, Albion's going to have to come up with something to mitigate that attack that Dalton have. They're rampant right now, Dalton. And this could get pretty ugly pretty fast if they don't do something to curb this attack.
Dalton United, again, looking to use Flores. Albion SC, they need to hopefully get another man on the field so they can get back to 11 strong. But they are 2 goals down, and they've got a heavy hill to climb.
Yeah, promoted team coming in against all this experience. Dalton is well prepared for this match.
As we would expect to see. Take a look at that goal again, Dre. Just kind of came out of nowhere over there on that right hand or that far side.
Oh, right foot, just wonderful finish there.
Just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I think if they can get some more of their players here, that's going to help them out, because as this game goes on, fatigue is going to be an issue. I think the clouded skies is helping because it's keeping the temperature down.
Dalton United through the center circle. Francisco Medina sends it over to that far side. Dalton taking their time where they can because they have the 2-goal lead. Perry going to go over to Flores. Into the box, trying to get around the man. Good step and clearance there by Harms. It's going to result in a corner for Dalton United. That was a great, great challenge there by the defender for Albion SC. It's going to be Ramirez that's going to line up to take this shot.
Plenty of white shirts in the box here.
It'll be an in-swinger. Right, cleared out of the box.
Oh.
I think more of just a surprise that it was.
Oh
Back
my
in,
God.
straight up in the air.
That was a decent shot.
That was number 22, Witter, who cleared that out. Again, working this line.
Nice dummy.
Again, we go over to that far side.
Yeah, Dalton's just bossing this game.
Perry receives. Thought about taking a shot. Lays it off for Flores. Flores trying to work around the man. Does so. Sliding across for Herrera. Tried to take the shot. Couldn't get it past the defender. Just cleared by Albion SC. Just a relentless attack here from Dalton United. This is going to be hard for Albion SC as they have not only are they down a man, you've got no substitutes. You've got a full bench over there for Dalton United. This is not the way you want to start your season as you've got 13 massive matches to contend with in this fall season.
Yeah, and every club in the Premier is just a monster of a club. No easy games.
Flores is offsides. Good offside trap there by Albion.
Yeah, it's disappointing from Albion because they don't have enough men. They don't even have staff on the sideline here.
Cut off there by Harms. Witter now. He sends it forward to McCray. McCray receives. He's able to work around the man. Into the box. Shot taken. Good save
good
by
save.
the keeper. Gertie's with a fantastic save.
Best move by Albion all game so far.
But that shows you just how quickly you can transition here in the UPSL.
Yeah, just think if they had a full 11.
Perry on a run, lays it off to Medina. Medina goes to Flores. Flores receives it. He's here on the near line. Crosses to Perry. Perry cannot control it. Jelani Landberg, a name we haven't called in a long time. Former Seas United captain. Playing for Albion SC, this squad in this season.
There's a vintage name for you, Seas United. One of the founding teams in the conference.
Flores again, right into the box. This time chopped away by the defender. It will be a throw, though. It's going to be a deep, deep throw for Dalton United, and this is something that they are really, really good at, and this is very deep throws when they want to. Unfortunately, that one, they elected to prove me wrong. Christopher Haggerty jumps over the ball. Shot taken. That one lifted way over the bar, but it's going to be deflected. It will be a corner.
I think from the Albion point of view, they've got to be a little disturbed. Dalton is finding an enormous amount of space well within the attacking final third there and not really closing down. And you give Dalton that kind of space and time, they're going to punish you.
Jurgen Ramirez lining up for another in-swinger. We've talked about it before in games past about don't give them too many opportunities. Ball in, punched away by the keeper Oaks. But Hernandez puts back into the box easily. That should have been a goal for Perry, and he just got that all wrong, but still has an opportunity. Perry's going to kick himself because he was in a perfect position when he received that ball, and he got that completely wrong and cleared it out himself. He's going to go back to Oaks.
I've been impressed with Oaks, though. Despite the high amount of pressure he's had, he's performed well under the circumstances. He's just not getting a lot of help from his defenders in front of him.
Goal scored on a set piece and then just on a phenomenal screamer.
Yeah, both of them world-class shots.
McCray is going to receive it and send it forward. Dalton United controlling the ball through the back. Again, thank you for watching UPSL Georgia Premier Division action right here on ASMG TV. Alongside Andre Bomar, I am Larry Weaver. Thank you for joining us for this opening weekend action. Hope everybody is enjoying their Labor Day weekend. Enjoy that extra day off at the beginning of the week.
Watch a little football.
Perry's going to take a shot, deflect it off of Harms, and that is going to be another corner, this time a far side corner.
Yeah, I think Albion will have no choice but to try to soak up pressure and hit on the break like they did earlier. It's just going to be a nervy time for them, I think.
This one's going to be taken by Frank Herrera, number 10. Be an in-swinger. Punched away by Oaks. Trying to counterattack is Albion. McCray receives it. He's able to get around the defender Hussein, but just punched away with a sliding challenge there. Lopez, he just slide tackles that one out.
And good move there for Albion. It gets them a little bit of pressure off of their defense and give them something to do in the attacking mode here.
Witter sends it forward. You see what they're trying to do, and there's a foul easily. Arms wrapped around McCray was Hussein. And that one was an easy one for Christopher Haggerty, our center official, Dre.
Yeah, very experienced referee crew.
You see he just held him down.
Yep. Good opportunity for Albion here. They can help themselves by getting a shot on frame if they can.
This one is going to be taken by number 20, Matthias Moran, Moran, if I can spit my words out. Lifted to the far side, or near side post. McCray still receives it, though. They go all the way back to Carrero. He goes back to Ballard. Back to Carrero. He's going to go forward. Not going to be able to get it to number 18.
And got a
And
corner.
that's going to be a corner for Albion. So Albion's first real attack.
Yeah, this is better from Albion. Yeah, they get a little bit of sustained possession, sustained attack. It could help them out, especially if they can sneak in a goal here.
This will be an outswinger for the visitors.
And stop.
Christopher Haggerty said, hey, let's hold up just 1 second. I want to have a conversation with the group that's in the middle.
Going to straighten it out. Christopher Haggerty, one of the better officials that we've seen working with us in the UPSL.
He's having a conversation with Witter, number 22. Be another opportunity to get this right from Moran. Haggerty watching that group. The outswinger comes in. Jelani heads it, but cleared away by Dalton. Carcero receives it for Albion. He's going to move forward. Cannot get the pass to Jelani, but Jelani's there to pick up the piece, and he earns a foul.
Albion still with the opportunity here. Little gamesmanship from Dalton.
Still with 10 men.
Yeah, you would hope that they do have a player or two coming. It would help if they could get a substitute as well to show up. The second half is going to be brutal, but here we go.
Witter lifts it forward. Jelani trying to assist it along, but it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, Haggerty is overruled the assistant ref there. I think he saw the ball come off the defender.
Well, and you could see it kind of a little bit of a collision between Landberg and the defender for Dalton.
Yeah.
So good call there by Mr. Haggerty,
Yeah.
as always. Great crew here that we have. Lots and lots of games going on this weekend and a lot of referee work. That one very, very short. Carcero receives it, tries to send it forward, gets cleared out by Dalton United. Now here they come on a counterattack. Hernandez over on that far side, he's coming through. Nice little slide back to Herrera. He takes the shot, and that one is just way too wide and far away, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, he couldn't keep the shot down, but again, Dalton finding a lot of space in the area of the final third attack, and that can't bode too well for the longevity of this game if they're allowed to do that continuously.
It was a fantastic build-up of play that led to nothing. We're back underway here in the 24th minute. McCray is working his way through Dalton United. He's in the box, just touched away there by the defense of Dalton United to earn a corner for Albion SC.
Fantastic run down this left side. Able to hold possession, get in, threatening attack. Albion need more of that.
McCray is set up, and then he's going to lay it off, allow that to be taken by Christopher Haggerty, keeping an eye on those guys in the box. This one being lined up by Gary Daniel, another former Seas United player. Last time we saw him was when he was with Georgia FC. Ball lifted into the box, headed away by Dalton United.
Wow.
Here comes Hernandez. Cholo holds up, lays it off. Good build up there. Perry taken off of his feet. That's going to be the first yellow of the match, and it is going to come to number 22, Witter, for Albion SC. This coming in the 25th minute.
Yeah, a bit of a clumsy challenge there. Not a lot of malice, just real clumsy. Just came through awkwardly, as we'll see here. Yeah, reckless. Took his feet out from under him.
Dalton will have another dangerous free kick.
Yeah, players shake hands, no hard feelings.
They just go ahead and get it back underway instead of trying to take an advantage shot on goal.
Yeah, went for possession.
Cholo receives it. Lays it off back to Hernandez. He then goes back to Ramirez. He's going to go all the way across to Hussein. As he moves forward, lays it back to Ramirez. Slowing the play down just a little bit is Dalton United. Hernandez here on the near line. This near line's been very, very successful line of attack for Dalton United between Hernandez and Flores. Flores gets us back on our way. We're going to go all the way back to Lopez. And then we're going to go over to Hussein yet again. Perry, good foot skill. Ramirez, Herrera. Lifted in. What a head, and just missed was Frank Herrera.
All he had to do was touch it and direct it in front of him, but couldn't get his head on it properly.
Medina received that ball, and that was a beautiful ball. Watch this, Dre.
Yeah, nicely delivered in. Just couldn't direct it.
Back underway here at Dalton Stadium. Cleared out will be a throw for Dalton United. Flores will get us back underway quickly. So far, the rain has stayed away.
Yeah, not a lot of wind or anything. Just overcast skies. Looks a little threatening.
This is our season opener for the fall 2024 season. Dalton United with 2 early goals have a 2-0 lead. Hernandez lifted into the box, headed away by Harms. Still with possession is Dalton United. Lifted into the box. Just a little too far, but right over and a chance. Oh, and he pulls it. But there's just enough of a deflection to lead to another corner.
Oh, I was about to yell goal on that one.
That was just asking for another goal. Take a look at this.
Oh, critical interception there by the fullback, center back there.
This will be yet again another corner for Dalton United. Going to be Ramirez yet again. Be an in-swinger. Into the box. Far side. Cleared away by Harms. Be a throw, though. Back underway.
Yeah.
Foul.
Little extra push there at the end. Haggerty wants to have a word with the Albion player.
McCray, number 7, is the offender on Albion SC.
Just a word is all it is. Still having talk there with the captain, I believe, now. Haggerty explaining the situation.
Christopher Haggerty, one of our center officials here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. One of the great all-around center officials. Back underway. Hussein gets us going. Dalton work around the pitch over to the near side again. Lopez elects to switch play. Number 19, Andreas Perez, who I believe was that second goal scorer. We'll see if we can get confirmation from Coach Kiko at halftime, or even the referee squad. Black numbers on white jerseys are not easy to see from far away. You would think that wasn't the case.
Yeah. Camera people, I have to zoom in a little bit better for you.
Ramirez. Perry slides it across, trying to get it to Herrera, not able to do so. And it's going to go out. Will be a throw for Albion SC. 33 minutes into this match, Albion SC is starting to work their way into this match.
Yeah, they've settled down now.
It'll be another throw as Herrera deflects that out.
A little bit more composure from Albion in the past few minutes.
McCray, he's able to control it. Gives it off to Daniel. It's deflected. And that's going to be a pause for Lightning. That is a Lightning horn. That was what I was thinking it is. And Haggerty is calling a Lightning delay.
Yeah, that's a regulation they have to follow, the protocol, and a chance of.
So that is also more than likely going to be the same when it comes to the other match that's currently going on right now, just a few miles away over at North Georgia United, as they are taking on Fountain City SC, another newcomer to the Premier Division.
Yeah, it's always safety first when it comes to these things. We are 33 minutes into the first half here. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad out, so hopefully this will blow through.
We will have to go through the protocol. Maybe this also will give an opportunity for Albion to get a few players.
Yeah, this could end up being something good for them.
We'll see if we can find an update to the score over at North Georgia United and Fountain City FC. Currently 2-0 here at Dalton Stadium, Dalton United and Albion SC. At 7:30, it's going to be Atlanta City FC taking on Vino Tinto Atlanta, the other newcomers. So all three newcomers to the Premier Division, they get to play on day one. Tomorrow, we have a doubleheader here on ASMG TV. We start at 4:30. It will be, or actually, excuse me, those times have changed. That first game is actually going to start now at 2 o'clock, and that is going to be SSL FC taking on Georgia Athletic. And then you have at 4 o'clock is going to be Kalanji Pro Profile taking on FC Birmingham. Those matches got changed late this week.
Yeah, there was a venue change for those games, which also required a change in the kickoff times.
At 5 o'clock, you have UMAFC taking on FC Atlanta. And at 7 o'clock, Potros FC is going to be taking on Georgia Revolution. So we are a jammed-packed this opening weekend for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. The Division 1, they will start here in just 2 weeks. So the weekend of the 14th will be Division 1. And that is where we would stand on that. So well, after a radar check from the referees, we are going to get back underway as those horns were coming from the other side of the complex. So it was an all clear. So we are going to get back underway. We'll be right around the 33rd minute, and we're going to get back underway here at Dalton Stadium. We're currently sitting with a 2-0 lead for Dalton United. And we're going to get back underway, and it'll be a drop ball that'll get us back underway.
As always, best to be sure.
Nothing wrong with being sure.
But they check the apps, the weather apps, and the radar, and it's all clear.
And we're back underway. Christopher Haggerty will have the exact time, so our clocks may be off just a fair bit. Just be advised that those may not be exactly on time. Again, if you're just watching, Dalton United scored in the first minute a goal by Hernandez, number 7, and then in the 7th minute, a goal scored by number 19, Perez. Shot taken, that one way over the bar from Hussein, and that will be another goal kick for Albion SC. Albion SC, their first campaign in the Premier Division. They started the match down a man due to some travel issues with some of the squad. So they are still with 10 men. Yeah. They've kind of come into their own as this match has gone along. Had a couple opportunities, but so far, nothing to report. Only yellow card issued was to number 22, Witter, who's just having a little bit of fun with the ball there. He's got to be careful because that's the kind of thing that'll get you another yellow.
Yeah, you don't want to do that if you're Albion right now. But you're right, they're getting more into the game, a little bit better in defense. They're forcing Dalton to take shots from long range. Dalton still with the lion's share of possession.
Dalton United working down that far line yet again. Hernandez sends it forward to Herrera. He lays it off for Ramirez. Over to Medina. Medina, another chance. Shot taken in the back of the net with force.
That was a nice
Medina
finish.
just put it on board. 3-0.
They just bide their time, you know, chipping away with possession, looking for those shots, taking the shots, and boom, just nails it. And just like that, here it is again. Oh, just one-timed it right. Powerful shot past the goalkeeper.
3-0 for the home squad, Dalton United. They are just having, for them, they're
Their
just
way.
back at work.
Yeah,
This is
it's business
just,
as usual.
yes.
You know, we had talked about how Albion had been improving in this first half, you know, get a little bit more possession, a little bit more in the attacking mode. But unfortunately, when they are under threat in the own, make it a little awkward little clearance there, when they're in their defensive third, they're allowing Dalton a massive amount of space. And yes, they are a man down, but you know, you really can't let them have all that space there because they're just taking shots without being challenged.
And it's something that we've talked about in match past, where if you allow a team to have attempt after attempt on corners, eventually they're going to succeed.
Ooh.
And there's going to be a deflection that will lead to another corner for Dalton United, as we just were talking.
Could have been a goal.
Landberg
Very
with
close.
just enough of a touch on that ball that will lead to an opportunity for yet another corner chance. Ramirez getting a workout on this near line, taking these in-swingers. That one taken very, very, very short, and it bounces out. Will be a goal kick. Somewhere in the 38th minute we are.
Yeah, I think that would go into the category of wasteful corner kick there.
I think it's one of those that he's used that in-swinger a little too much, and got to get some blood flowing back in that boot.
I mean, you do have to wonder, what if Albion had a full-strength squad here?
And just and would have been here with plenty of time to warm up, because
Yeah.
a lot of these guys came onto the pitch as they were walking on to for the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes with the teams that come up from Division I, there's a learning curve. They have to get used to the way the Premier Division works.
Carcero with a great cutoff there for Albion. Allows the keeper, Oaks, to receive it. He throws that one all the way to Daniel on that far side, but Daniel's not able to control it, and it goes out for a throw. Again, opening weekend of Premier Division action. 14 weeks. Good build-up of play for Dalton. Oh, and just not able to control that ball as it was coming in was number 7, Hernandez. It could have been a brace for him.
Open net, just beckoning there.
It leads to a goal kick. Take a look at this yet again. Oh, that was the Medina one. I apologize.
Still a good opportunity.
It was a good opportunity to look at that again.
Oh, nice.
Another
inside.
great chance. Great foot save
Great
by
save.
Oaks. He got that one. Perfect was the keeper.
Yeah, good play and goal from Albion for this match. It could be worse if not for that.
And that was part of my conversation this week with the goalkeeping coach for UMAFC when we were talking about Kevin Quintana, when we were talking about you got to have good foot skills to be a successful keeper in today's game.
Yeah, that comes from a lot of training, muscle memory.
And like you said, in years past, if a keeper would have good foot skills, they would a coach would try to reposition them into a midfield or a striker role. And nowadays, if you do not have foot skills as a keeper, you are way behind the curve.
Yeah, I mean, the goalkeeper, that's a skilled position. A lot of people don't respect it.
Lifted into the box and cleared away. Still in possession is Dalton United. Trying to find another course of attack. They're going to go over to Medina again, the recent goal scorer. He takes another rip. That one was saved by Oaks.
Yeah, decent shot on goal. Got it on frame.
Had to drop down low to save that one. He throws it out over here to number 8, Carrero. He gives it back to Harms, and he sends it forward, but he sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw to the displeasure of his striker, number 7, McCray. McCray's had some really good opportunities. He's had some good runs.
He's not getting a lot of support, though. He just needs a little bit more help as he goes down that left side, but he's an effective runner on this left wing.
Hussein. He moves forward, lays it off to Perez. Shot taken. That one's going to be wide yet again. 3 minutes of stoppage time from the 4th official. Going to have 3 minutes. As I believe
sounds about right.
We're probably a little farther along than what our scoreboard says as we were trying to get used to it. There was a foul committed on Perry.
Oh, he didn't get that.
And it's going to be a goal kick, not called. Noah Andres, number 18. He is going to have a conversation with him, but there was no foul committed there. Perry wanted one.
Yeah, I think our clock might be a minute or so behind the game official.
With everything that happened with the storm, we paused our graphic as we were trying to figure it out. There's going to be a foul. Is that foul going to be called on McCray, I believe, as he fouled Hussein? And it is going to be McCray that's going to receive that, number 7.
Yeah, Albion's going to have to be careful with these cautions.
Albion's going to have to be careful.
Can't really protect anybody by subbing them off.
If you're new to the UPSL, if you receive a red card, not only do you serve a suspension, but you will also have a monetary fine. That fine is to be paid by the player, not by the organization. Herrera still has it, lays it off to Ramirez, goes to Medina.
Oh, they're
Thought about
up.
taking a rip, lays it off. Perry off the post. What a shot by Zach Perry.
They're absolutely queuing up to get that one.
Perry receives it, working his way into the corner. Sent it into the box, not controlled completely. Flores, he's right on the back line, and he does roll out for a goal kick.
Very, very close to another goal for Dalton. Pressure is mounting a little bit. Good move here. As you see, they slid it across. That was the other one earlier that just went over the goal, over the crossbar there. Come Dalton back the other way.
Hernandez trying to send it forward, able to do so, but just enough of a touch from Albion's defense.
Critical touch there, Larry.
And that one's going to be knocked off. It should be, yes, it is an Albion throw. Last touched by Dalton United. Carrero is going to get us back underway. Probably getting close to the whistle for halftime. That one, Hernandez wanted that one. Goal kick.
Yeah, we must be seconds away from the halftime whistle, which will be good for Albion right now. They can try to regroup at halftime. It's going to be tough for them. They don't have coaching staff here. They don't have subs. It's not a great way to start the season, I would say.
Christopher Haggerty, our center official, with whistle in mouth as this ball gets cleared away. Cleared out by Ferrer, number 13, sent forward, and that will be time here at Dalton Stadium as we go into halftime with the score, Dalton United 3, Albion SC 0. Dre, just get a couple quick thoughts before we go to half.
Well, I'm not surprised by Dalton. I mean, they are dominating as you would expect a team like them to be in this game. They approach this game professionally, prepared. They seem to be prepared. They're taking their time. They have such a lead that they can take their time in possession. There's no urgency in their play. But Albion started out shaky. I think that maybe the occasion was a little bit overwhelming, but they got into the game as the half went on, got a couple of good attack runs going through, particularly from the number 7, was it McRae on this left side? But really just being overwhelmed by Dalton right now.
And that'll do it for the first 45. We'll step away for halftime, but we'll be back for the second half of Dalton United and Albion FC right here on Dalton Stadium and on ASMG TV.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome back to Dalton Stadium, where at halftime it is Dalton United 3 and Albion SC 0. Alongside Andre Bomar, I am Larry Weaver. Thank you for watching UPSL Georgia Premier Division action right here on ASMG TV. Dalton Stadium is where we find ourselves for the kickoff to the season. And Dre, just exactly what we would be expected to see from this Dalton United squad, just attack on all levels.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you would expect. And, I think Albion have been a little bit overwhelmed. They did get into the game, but they have a mountain to climb in the second half to get something out of it. And without the substitutes, they're, playing with 10 men, no coaching staff on the bench. It's, they set themselves up for failure here.
Albion SC will get us underway. They're in their all-black kits. They're moving from left to right. Dalton United in their typical white and red kits. They're moving from right to left. And we are underway for the second 45 here at Dalton Stadium. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a joy to watch.
Dalton seems to be picking up where they left off in the first half with this possession, easily getting the possession from Albion. And they have the luxury, too. I mean, with the big lead, plenty of resources on the bench, loads of experience. Dalton trying to run it across the middle here, but unfortunately loses possession, gives Albion the ball back deep in their own half.
And it has been just perfect as you would like it so far for Dalton United. Like we said, goals in the first minute by Hernandez, number 7, 7th minute, number 19, Perez, and then in the 36th minute, number 21, Medina, to get us to 3-0. And Dalton United, they could easily be 6-7 goals up. Foul there committed by Hussein.
Yeah, a little bit of a high boot there, I think.
Lucky to get away with that without a yellow. 2 yellow cards issued in that first half, both of them on Albion SC. Number 7, McCray, and number 22, Witter, receiving yellow cards.
They're going to have to be careful, too. You get a second yellow, you're not down to 10, you're down to 9.
Yeah, and there's a foul committed. Just calm them down.
Trying to calm it down.
And 2 of the players for Albion that were a part of that scuffle were 2 of those players that have yellow cards.
Yeah. They're playing hard, it's just started this game with a heavy disadvantage.
Oaks,
oh,
a little bit of deflection there. Medina had a shot on go as Oaks had come out to try to clear that ball. Herrera, he's trying to take the shot, deflected off of Harms, and that's going to be a corner. Our center official is going over to have a conversation, I believe, picking up something that was on the ground there.
Yeah, I think he dropped something there.
And this was going to be an in-swinger for Dalton United. It's going to be Hernandez with this in-swinger. Top of the box.
Oh.
Chance, Herrera, great save by Oaks yet again. Coming in strong to make that save. Not able to keep that in, and that's going to be a throw for Dalton United. That was a great save by that keeper.
Yeah, Oates has been Albion's man of the match so far, despite the goals that have gone in.
Carson Oaks maybe on the losing end, but he's had some really fantastic saves so far in these first 49 minutes or so. Hopefully some of his squad can help him out and get on the board. Trying to work on that far side. Able to get around the first attack, but Witter there to cut off that pass.
Desperate defending.
Witter being closed down. Herrera wins it. Slid across to the second goal scorer, number 19, Perez. But that ball gets cleared away. Gary Daniel receives it, and he gets taken off the ball.
Play on.
Advantage is played. Ramirez, Medina. He had that fantastic third goal. Deflected off of the Albion man and cleared away by Landberg.
All the way back.
Go all the way back to the keeper.
Well, it's just
Dalton
be really
United
tough.
made a change at halftime for the keeper position.
I didn't even notice.
They brought on number 99, Soria, to replace Gerdes, who had a fantastic first 45. Really didn't have very many opportunities to save, but when he was called upon, he did his job well.
Yeah, he was able to keep one out, actually. Don't know how they can change a match.
With Dalton with possession. Shot going to be taken. Great save by Oaks. Yet again, another fantastic save by the man between the sticks for Albion SC. Witter coming out, laying it off for McCray. He's not able to get around the defender, and he's going to roll it back to Soria.
Yeah, McCray's been their best player in the game outside of Oates in goal, but he's not getting a lot of support. I mean, it's hard to have support when you're a man down.
And we're going to have to put an asterisk on this match for the season so far, Dre, as it doesn't really reflect what we should expect to see from this Albion side with them being so poorly staffed today. We're going to have to wait to see what happens next week.
Well, I'd like to counter and say, that's part of the game.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying an asterisk nonetheless.
Yeah. But the points are going to count.
Oh, yeah, definitely so.
And, it's just it's a pet peeve of mine, at this level.
Yeah. Another opportunity.
Another close thing. Yeah, I mean, part of being in Premier, the name Premier, carries with it a certain responsibility from teams. Yeah. And, we play on holidays. We play every week. And, if you take it seriously, then you can get something out of it. But if you don't, you're going to get a hiding like this one.
Well, through rain, snow, dread of night, we play on.
Yeah.
Minus lightning. We were expecting to see maybe some rain fall before the end of this match, and so far Mother Nature has stayed away.
It's actually been quite pleasant. There's not a lot of wind. The temperature's cool, overcast skies.
Here's an opportunity, and that ball's going to roll through, go out for a goal kick. We're expecting to see below normal temperatures for this fall season, as it's only going to be in the 80s forecasted for the majority of September, and then we're all going to be in the 70s pretty early before we even get to October. So that just obtrusive heat that we're used to seeing down here in Atlanta is not going to be the case this fall season.
I love fall season for that reason.
Ramirez, he slides it over to Herrera. Herrera works around the man, deflected when he tried to put it into the box, and that's cleared away. Hussein heads it back forward, but into the possession of Albion, at least for a moment. Medina wins it for Dalton. Perry gives it back to Medina. He gives it over to Ramirez. Hernandez Herrera. Good movement here by Dalton United. Witter comes in and clears that up just after I say it. Commentator curses always.
That's what I'm famous for.
Give and go. Dalton United can't complete it. Through the center circle, taken down.
Manhandled a little bit.
Taken down by number 13. Frere, somebody that we really haven't called his name a lot this match for Dalton United. And it's going to be almost right on center line as Jelani Landberg gets us back underway. Great ball to McCray.
Oh, nicely done.
He's into the box trying to work around two men. Not able to do it completely, but it's cleared away. It will be a corner for Albion SC. This is something that they needed. Get some sort of positive play to build on for week 2.
Boy.
As week 2, they will find themselves taking on Potros FC.
Defending champions. I'll tell you what, if they could get some support from McCray down this right side, they could make a difference here, even with 10 men.
And it's going to be McCray who's going to be taking this. So the player with the most activity is one that's going to be hitting this outswinger to the back post, headed down by Witter. Shot taken, deflected, and that'll be another corner, but this time on the far side.
He had the space.
It's a good opportunity for Albion.
Knocking on the door. This is where if you can snag a goal here, it can make a big, big difference. You change the momentum a little bit.
And it only takes one goal to get it going your way, Dre.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it time and time again. You know, we go back to that short taken. Daniel trying to work around Herrera, the Tins, battling. It'll be a goal kick.
Yep.
You know, we saw it in the first round of the national playoffs between Kalanji Pro Profile and Soda City, where Kalanji Pro Profile was up 2-0 at halftime, and they go on to give up 2 late goals, the second one coming at stoppage time with a penalty with seconds to go, which then leads an opportunity and extra time for Soda City to pull out a victory, and they went all the way and won the national title.
It's amazing how things start, because even getting into the playoffs was a chance happening for Soda City.
They were not supposed to be in the playoffs. They were gifted a position, and they took full advantage of it.
Boy, did they.
And had some fantastic wins that we got to cover here on ASMG. So wins over Kalanji Pro Profile, over Tennessee Tempo, over Inter Miami, gets them to the Final Four. They take out Rochester, New York, and then Indies in the final, and they win the national title. And a nice little check to go with it, not just a trophy.
Yep, and those amounts are going to be increasing in coming seasons.
And also the Golden Boot and the Golden Glove for the tournament.
Oh, we got McCray down this middle. Can he get it?
He received it for just a second. He was making his way through those 3 defenders.
3 defenders on him.
If he could have had a little bit better touch, as that ball was just a touch behind him, he could have had an opportunity there.
I'm just sick that they don't have enough resources to help him out, you know.
We got substitutions building up for Dalton United. Give an opportunity to see that new substitution board in action.
Here's McCray again. Oh, nice turn.
Held down by Hussein. Hussein is going to get a card for that.
Yeah, he was beaten. He knew it, and so he decided to take him down. And I'd like to give a little shout out to my buddy over there in Sunderland, England, who's watching the game, Curtis K. Got you. I know he's happy today. Sunderland have started their season 4 games with 4 wins.
Doing pretty well in the championship.
Yep.
It's going to be the end of the day for number 7, Hernandez. And also number 6, Flores. And the newly yellow-carded number 17, Hussein, is also off the pitch. We'll get all the names of the new players. The man on top is going to be number 20, Andy Reynoso.
So we got the goalkeeper, Oates, coming up.
That's not quite sure what he was thinking there.
I don't know what that was about.
That was interesting. You see something new every day. Ball forward from Daniel, controlled. Nice little shoulder control. Landberg up from his defensive role, lifts it back across the box, headed. But that one's headed away, and it's out for a goal kick. Good build-up a play there for Albion for a change.
They're finding their alleys there, getting some chances to come through. They're challenging that back line of Dalton there. You had mentioned how that there's sort of a makeshift back line for them that started this match. Not the usual suspects for Dalton.
Herrera. Lopez. Ferrer over to Perez. He goes over to that far side. Delgado put that ball forward. Herrera had an opportunity. He was onside.
Tried to thread that through.
But the keeper was there to get there just in front of him.
Albion needs a goal. They also need to keep Dalton away from that attacking area.
So far, Dalton United has completed 4 substitutions in this match. If you're unaware, in the UPSL, a team can have up to 7. Shot taken by Perry.
Ooh,
great save by the keeper. Carson Oakes comes through yet again for Albion SC.
Nearly 35 yards from goal, and he peppered it.
But if you are new to the UPSL, each team can have up to 7 substitutions per match. Perry tried to get a little extracurricular there and fouled number 2, Ballard, who's kind of filling that knock.
Yeah, I think Haggerty was going to wait and see if there was an advantage before he blew the whistle.
See if we can get the last player who came on for Dalton. Nice sliding challenge and tackle there by Lopez.
Well done.
Dalton on the attack. Medina sends it to that near side over the head of Carrero, but he's got just enough to clear it. That was over to the other man, Alex Delgado. That was the 4th player who came in for Dalton United. So both of the Delgados, along with Reynoso, came in there right about the 59th minute.
I believe while we have this stoppage here, I think that with the Dalton player down, I think the last score we got with North Georgia was trailing Fountain City 2-1. They should be late in the second half as well. They had the same kickoff time as us. But it's hard to say. We're trying to get an update. I think there's been some scoring since then. Could be.
There's a unconfirmed score in the chat that says 3-3.
3-3. I see that, yeah.
With a player that's injured for Fountain City coming off. So we'll wait to see
Got a full slate of games today.
We will have information about that Atlanta City match later on, as we have personnel from ASMG over for that match. As that match actually kicked off at a different time as well. We had all sorts of late changes.
Yeah, welcome to lower league soccer.
And do not.
Oh.
Good little cutoff there by Witter, but it went right back to Dalton. I don't envy you at times, Dre, when you have to deal with these late-minute changes.
Yeah, when you get calls at 3 a.m.
Cleared off by Harms. Medina thought about it, takes the shot again. This one just pulled wide.
Not far off, though. Tried to curl it, couldn't get enough on it. Dalton very, very comfortable. There it is again. Settled it, turned right. They didn't really close him down. Couldn't bend it enough to get it down there, but good effort.
Oaks gets us back underway. Nice long ball out. Controlled for a minute by Dalton. McCray trying to work around him. Trying to get around Ferrer, not committing a foul. Soria is there to slide and obtain possession for Dalton United.
Really like the play of McCray. He's a workhorse up there up front. Just not enough help for him, you know?
Definitely so. And, you know, we talk about some of the issues that Albion is dealing with, and some of these squads are dealing with some strange little roster issues and whatnot due to the holiday. You do have to deal with this lower league soccer where players, you know, they want to enjoy the festivities of a holiday weekend instead of playing.
Yeah, that's the one thing about, you know, being in a pro development environment, as Dalton looked to try to make a little bit of an attack here coming through.
Great ball forward. Just lifted through, and it's in the back of the net, and it's another goal for number 19, Perez. That was beautiful build-up of play from Dalton United.
Nice run through the middle. You can see it developing there. Make no mistake about it. You see there, just threaded through there nicely through the defenders. Nice chip over the goalkeeper. And Oates finally beaten again here in the second half. And that's going to be
4-0 for Dalton United. They are just having their way with this.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Larry, you know, that's the difference. That's why this division is called Premier. You know, while everybody else is having a holiday off and cookouts and everything else, they turn on the TV or the YouTube and they watch the Premier play. You know, that's where they are. And, you know, here again.
Another
Dalton's
course of action. Shot taking that one over the bar. Good opportunity there by Alex Delgado. That one over the bar. And here comes the attack. And this is one of the things, you know, we talk about in podcasts and in previous matches, like we were saying earlier as well, is that you get down to the end of the season and it could be potentially just a point or two difference between first and second. And it's also one of those things where it could be just a goal or two. We've had
goal difference.
We've had goal difference
tiebreaker
be the big break. And right now, another substitution coming on for Dalton United. It's going to be end of the day for number 21, Medina. He had a goal and a fantastic game. He is going to be replaced by number 4, Ivan Rodriguez, another fantastic player for Dalton United. Like we said, we'll have an opportunity hopefully to speak to Coach Kiko after the match, and we'll be covering Dalton's regular season home games this season and see if we can learn about some of the changes that have happened with the squad this season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm so happy that we're doing the Dalton home games this season.
That ball sent away. It'll be a corner for Dalton United. One of the big changes this season, when it comes to equipment, it will no longer be Score that is the official sponsor of the game match ball for UPSL. It is now Voigt. Here comes the in-swinger. Grabbed and controlled by Carson Oakes. We're still waiting for those new Voigt balls to come in stock, as all the teams throughout the UPSL have put in their order. It's only a few thousand balls, as we are well over 400 organizations in the UPSL nationally.
Yeah, I think Voigt's going to be a step up. They're more well-known in Mexico, supplying materials and balls for the pro teams there. And now the UPSL is a client there for them. Good quality balls.
Perry lays it off. Ryan Delgado trying to make his way forward. Perry again tried to slide that ball through, not able to do so. Down on this right-hand side. On this near side, excuse me. Let me give you positions instead of just Perry. A rip taken there by Ivan Rodriguez, but it's lifted over the bar and out for another goal kick. Some changes made in, and there's another substitution getting ready to come on for Dalton. This would be their 6th substitution of the match. He's getting ready. Some changes, like we said in the podcast this week, this fall season, Legends FC and Atlanta United Academy are no longer playing. Legends FC decided to take the season off to kind of rework their squad. It looks like it's number 10, Frank Herrera, that's coming off. He's going to be replaced by number 3, Nery Juarez. And like you were saying on the podcast, Dre, Atlanta United Academy actually dissolved what was that academy squad. It's now part of their reorganization.
Yeah, they're doing MLS Next exclusively from the academy level, and we don't know if they'll be back with another type of team. They tried that thread through again there, Dalton. So it's up in the air. We may hear more about that after this season.
And that's something that you'll see throughout the MLS academies. So all of those MLS organizations that have been in the UPSL and in my opinion haven't met the standard, and they haven't lifted a trophy. You've not seen an MLS academy lift a trophy for the national title. Nope. Atlanta United Academy, they're one of the first MLS academies that joined the UPSL, and they only lifted the regular season trophy once from my numbers, and they
lost in the
never
playoffs.
made it to the national tournament.
Yeah, it really shows you the quality overall in the UPSL. It is a pro development class. It may not have the, as we see the little
good
quick
run
counter
from
here.
Dalton. Rodriguez runs it down, lays it off for Juarez, but he loses possession.
Nice interception.
McCray thought about it, giving it a go. Elects to try to go forward himself.
Good decision.
Harms is going to go forward. Witter works around, gives it to McCray. McCray not able to control it well. Loses possession. Now Dalton with another counterattack. And this is one of the problems for Albion, is because of these attacks, they're now having to hold the men back. So they've got 3 and 4 men holding back, and with them already being a man down, it doesn't lead to any type of attack for them.
Yeah, you got to factor in fatigue as well.
Good ball forward. Andres, good through ball. He's able to receive it. Shot taken. In the back of the net.
is.
There's a goal for Albion SC.
Just
They
what
can
they
walk
needed.
away with something from this match.
Well done. Well taken. Good approach play. Nice finish. Exactly what they needed at this time of the game. You see there a nice little right-footed shot just right past the goalkeeper. Pretty much an individual goal there.
And that makes it 4-1. That's something that
It's a consolation goal, but
it's a consolation goal, and you know that the first half goalkeeper John Gerdes for Dalton United, it's like, man, I could have saved that.
I don't know about that.
Well, you know how
Yeah, I
keepers
know.
are.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Number 9, Lopez came off for Dalton United. It leads for number 18, Eric Ramirez, to come on. So we are at 6 substitutions.
Yeah, Larry, this does make you wonder.
7. That's a total of 7 substitutions.
They've had 7? Okay. Yeah, it does make you wonder, what will they look like, Albion, with a full-strength squad, with coaching and strategies that are, what other teams are doing. They should.
Because they had
on this
success
evidence.
in the Division 1 last season.
Yeah.
And that had a conversation between the center official and the AR, and they ruled that it is a goal kick.
Yep.
For Albion SC. Love to see the referees communicate and get the call right.
Yep.
As we enter the 77th minute. Headed forward. You have certain players that are moving forward for Albion. You got to give them credit. These guys are basically coaching themselves today.
Oh, these guys are heroes. I mean, they showed up.
And expect to see it. They may get away with it being week 1. If this was another week in the season, you would probably see some fines issued to Albion for some of the administration issues.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to have staff on the sideline, and there is none, unfortunately, for them.
You are supposed to have at least an admin or a coach.
And that might charge a fine.
And some of the fines have changed. We were talking before the match, and you were talking about how the fines have come up. Here's another opportunity for Albion, controlled by Soria. He bowls it out to Perez. But the fine for a forfeit have gone up significantly.
Yeah, they're really frowning on forfeits. Except for uncontrollable issues, it's teams are expected to show up and play. You can't really be a legitimate league if you have forfeits here and there.
78 minutes are just about done here at Dalton Stadium. Dalton United with a commanding 4-1 lead over Albion SC. They were formerly called Atlanta Fire.
Yeah, Atlanta Fire South, yeah. Did well in the Division I competition last season. Earned their way back up in Premier this season.
Dalton with another round of attack, controlled by Landberg. He gets around the Dalton player, moving forward, gets it to Witter in center circle. Good turn. Rolls it out to Daniel. Daniel gets cut down. Cleared out for a throw.
Yeah, now it's Dalton. It looks a little desperate in defense as they try to quell Albion. The Albion have not lost any of their enthusiasm to go forward. They have plenty of stamina, it looks like.
84 degrees, but it feels like 94 out there. Add in another couple degrees on that artificial turf. Only a 4-mile-an-hour wind, so almost nothing out there.
I'm just glad there's overcast skies. Yeah, the weather has behaved. You know, we had a little threat of a possible thunderstorm that appears to have missed us. And with thunderstorms, there is the threat of lightning. That's the danger, not the rain.
It appears that over at Riverbend Park, it appears to be North Georgia 4, Fountain City 3.
Oh, what a result that would be for North Georgia if they could pull that off. Sort of a goals bonanza in that game.
See if we can find out some information later on.
Yeah, I need to get some confirmation. We'll have a full wrap-up show in ASMG on YouTube next week. Highlights, interviews.
A lot of content coming to ASMG TV.
Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get the alerts anytime we release content. We're increasing our coverage this season. A lot more behind-the-scenes content for your enjoyment.
Does show, I was just looking at a sign on the scoreboard at Riverbend Park. It does show 4-3.
Well, if that's...
And another goal was just scored by North Georgia, so it looks to be 5-3.
Wow, what a result for them. We'll have to see who's scoring, and I know that Emmanuel Lom was the Golden Boot winner for North Georgia for the premier last season for North Georgia. I'm sure he had a foot in it. We'll have all the details during the week.
82nd minute here at Dalton Stadium, 4-1 between Dalton United and Albion SC. Dalton United again trying to make their way in this attack.
Oh, turn, shot, offside.
Offsides, because there was an opportunity there.
Yeah, I think he was standing in the offside position.
Good offside trap completed there by Albion.
Time running out. Albion can still look to try to score. I mean, again, like we talked about earlier, goal difference being a factor in some of these races. Whether you're trying to get a playoff berth or avoid relegation or try to win the division, goal difference can be a big deal.
Like I said, Potros FC won the division just 1 point ahead of this Dalton United squad.
Here at Dalton really haven't gotten out of low gear. They haven't had to. Got that early lead.
First goal scored in the very first minute.
And what a finish that was. Free kick. We'll have a, ooh, oh, just over the bar.
Over the bar and out for yet another goal kick.
Yeah, this season, Larry, ASMG is going to be doing a little bit of a highlight show in conjunction with our broadcasts that we do.
We'll have more interviews coming up and more podcasts. Don't forget to watch Center Circle Podcast as we discuss everything that happens in this week 1. Get ready for week 2. We'll also have a special edition coming here soon, previewing Division 1, as we've got 12 teams down in Division 1 this season.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to see who's going to compete to come up at the end of the season.
The UPSL, if you're not aware, one of the few organizations in the United States that has promotion and relegation between its divisions.
Close call there by Albion.
Just cleared away by Soria. McCray was closing down the space. Perry lifts it over, receives it yet again. One of the few men that are still on the pitch from the beginning. Offsides was Delgado.
85th minute.
It'll be a good thing if that is true that North Georgia won that match because, you know, like we talked about in the Center Circle podcast this week, they luckily got to stay up in the Premier Division as they were relegated, and just by a lucky draw that Legends FC and Atlanta United decided not to play this fall season, they get to stay on and play, and you can already see that owner Jonathan Torres has doubled his efforts towards to get a better result than they had in the spring.
Well, I think what Soda City was able to accomplish tells you when you get an opportunity like that, you might as well take it and get something done with it. So, yeah, I mean, a good win today if that score is holds up and be the reverse of what happened for them last season when they started with a host of near wins, but turned out to be losses early in this season, and it never really recovered from that.
Juarez tried a sneaky pass forward, but Landberg cut that off for Albion FC. Gives it to Witter. Witter's moving it forward to McCray. He's onside. Soria just has to lob that ball forward.
Boy, if they can get that right, man, he's going to be
been dangerous throughout the match. He just hasn't been able to get it perfect.
Yeah,
and there's a slip by Carrero. And now another attack for Dalton United down this line. Here comes Juarez. Into the box, shot taken, and that one is just over the bar. That was a good idea, trying to kind of chip over the keeper.
Yeah, he looks like as he approached the goalkeeper, he was thinking in a couple of different ways he could do it. Went for power, but got under it a little bit and put it over the bar. There he comes. He's thinking about it. Tries to chip it right over the goalkeeper. Just couldn't control it. Couldn't keep it down.
87 minutes are just about over. We have about 3 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. We'll see what the fourth official says for the official stoppage time. Fantastic to be back in the booth presenting UPSL Georgia Premier Division action for ASMG TV. Had a couple weeks off. Reflect on that just fantastic spring season that we had across all divisions.
Yeah, even in the Nationals. It's fantastic. I feel like Patrice Ever. I just love this game.
The Final Four was just fantastic to watch.
The best I've seen.
We also got to be there in spirit as Danny Cotula and Jason Longshore, two commentators that provide a lot of coverage here at ASMG TV, got to be the commentating crew for that Final Four, and they did just a fantastic job presenting you those matches.
Yeah, you'll hear them again during the season along with Jessica Sharman and a host of others that are coming on as ASMG grows and widens their reach. We're going to have a lot more content for you. And even with the demise of non-pro soccer, we have a website, a fan website that we're maintaining at upsl-georgia.com. Oh, nice long shot. Taken pretty easily there in goal for Dalton.
And if you're looking for even more soccer content from all around the U.S., including the MLS, the USL, and all those other bits, don't forget to check out Soccer Down Here on YouTube and where you also get your podcasts. Just look up at Soccer Down Here as they put on a daily podcast over there.
Yep. And some of the interviews that will be featured from the UPSL will be done on Soccer Down Here. We'll be collaborating on a number of different topics during the season.
Dalton United with possession again. Moving forward. He's
off.
offside
Gotta
yet
be, yeah.
again. These guys that came in, that time it was Eric Ramirez, number 18. These guys just aren't at the same flow with the rest of the squad, and they're just kind of offside, just a little off.
So we are
A fourth
in
official and
stoppage
the
time.
center official having a conversation.
I didn't see indication of extra time.
So far, not. I could see a conversation going on between the two. But the fourth official has not indicated how many minutes of stoppage time there will be, as we've made it through regular time. Landberg sent that forward, but cut off by Dalton. Ramirez, Perry. Nice give and go.
Through the
He's
middle.
onside. Shot taken. Back of the
Oh,
net.
What
And
a
just
finish.
like you would like it, Dalton United go up 5-1.
Talk about timing. He timed his run excellently there. Came through the middle. They tried it a number of different times, but they got it right that time. Beat the offside trap. Yeah, he's held on. And just a great finish, too. I mean, he just topped it off with a great finish at the end.
And just like that, 5-1. That will leave Dalton United easily in the first position in the standings. We'll see what the result is between Atlanta City
Yeah, we'll have that. We have
as Atlanta City is taking on Vinotinto
Still.
Atlanta.
that should be an interesting game.
See what the result is on that one.
Yeah, that game's gonna. I think they started at 7. Silverbacks. That was another game change, venue change. Normally, Atlanta City plays at Duluth High School Stadium, but today they had to move to Silverbacks Park.
Yeah, some of the high school venues had events going on this weekend. We had several changes throughout.
Yeah, including the 2 that we're
games.
doing tomorrow.
Yeah,
Normally at Shiloh, they're going to be at Rock Springs. Another good facility, though.
We'll be able, with these 14 teams in the Premier Division, there will be 7 matches per week. So it'll be jam-packed full of content this fall season, and that doesn't even include the other 6 matches every week for Division 1. So if you like live soccer content, ASMG is going to have you covered.
Yep, and then in the spring it gets even more. We're bringing the women's division in and also youth academy. So there's going to be a lot of football at all kinds of levels here. Dalton still trying to thread
Cut
their
that
way
ball
through.
off was Daniel. Holds off the challenge from Dalton. Carrero, he's able to control it. Gives it to Harms. Witter, able to get it forward. And that is going to do it, folks. We end the first match of the fall season with the final score. Dalton United 5, Albion SC 1. That was a whole lot of goals, to say the least, Ray.
Yeah, I think, and you said it, I think, correctly in that maybe an asterisk for this win for both clubs. The loss for Albion and the win for Dalton. Unfortunately, it's going to count, and it's going to be interesting at the end of the season if we look back on this game as a making a difference. As the Dalton players come over to applaud their support.
You can
Again,
see there
just a class act by them.
Unconfirmed, but we're hearing that it was 5-3 over at North Georgia United over Fountain City FC. Atlanta City FC was still waiting to get confirmation of that. Tomorrow, we will bring you the doubleheader of SSL FC taking on Georgia Athletic SC from Rock Springs Park at 2 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock, we will have Kalanji Pro Profile taking on FC Birmingham. Also down in the Southwest region, you're going to have UMA FC welcoming FC Atlanta down there in Opelika, and also Potros FC being the late game of the weekend at 7 o'clock, taking on Georgia Revolution, the regular season champions from the spring season. Start off right off the bat against a solid team in Georgia Revolution. That is going to be all that happens in this week 1. When we talk about week 2 and we talk about what's next for both of these teams, next week, Dalton United will take on FC Atlanta Saturday at 3:30, and this Albion SC will host Potros FC at 7 p.m. So kind of like what UMA went through when they were promoted, it's going to be Albion SC taking on the solid top teams right off the bat in their campaign.
Yeah, it's quite a way to be baptized into the Premier Division, but when you're going into Premier, you have to be able to play the best. And really, they are juggernauts they're starting with, but every team in Premier is a quality team. And so it's going to be a challenge every week, week in and week out. And but I think they'll be up to it. I mean, they put their heart into it. Now, the players that showed up showed class. They played hard, but it's just against one of the top teams in the division. And so they may be okay. We'll see next week. They got another challenge against Potros, who also has some question marks, I think. New coach, new players. It's always kind of a toss-up as to whether that is going to be a benefit right away or not. So it'll be something to see.
Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here at Dalton Stadium. Thank you for watching. For Andre Bomar, I've been Larry Weaver. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow over at Rock Springs Park. Your final score, Dalton United 5, Albion FC 1. Have a great evening, folks.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.